Like nature, humans are beings of change. We are constantly experiencing cycles of evolution, and everything we do and the processes we go through. Everything is connected to some type of change, and through all our experiences, we gather memories to symbolize a lifetime. When I'm experiencing change, I often feel a rush of anxiety or a dread of doubt lurking in my body. There's a feeling of a pressure about a task or a goal that clashes with my sense of determination to fight through it and accomplish it. However, there are times where I've experienced change in more subtle, calm, and soothing ways. I am Nana Danso, a multidisciplinary artist from Ghana. Thank you. I've always had a keen interest in drawing, science, music, and sports. Growing up, I drew a lot. Yet, for my career choices, I never considered being an artist. This is because I practiced art more like a hobby, whilst my parents, on the other hand, didn't see it as a means to earn a reputable living at all. I also loved science, so they were more interested in me becoming a doctor or a scientist of some sort. So I did pursue science in college and in the university. But during my third year, a shift had happened in me. I realized that I would love to spend my life painting and creating art. After 3 years of university, studying information science and sociology, I finally gathered the courage to tell my parents about my decision to stop schooling completely and focus on art. It was a very bold and surprising choice, but I started to redefine my own ideas about the present and the future, and I was ready to make this huge shift. During that same period, I was juggling my schooling with an emerging career in art, and I sold more paintings consistently. Soon, I grew more confident about my choice, so I took my chance and dropped out. I remember during my first year period of dropping out, there was so much discomfort and anxiety, as there was pressure to prove myself to my parents that my decision was worth it, a big change. Being an artist for me is a channel for expression, where I get to see all my processed and unprocessed visions, ideas, and imaginations translate into the physical form. The first time I drew the characters that are dominant in my work, I was in the studio making music with a friend, and I was going through a huge creative block musically. So I decided to scribble as always. I like to draw from time to time. I decided to scribble. And after a few drawings and scribbles and sketches, I was excited about the outcome. And I kept practicing more on this newfound idea. Not the conventional art styles we are all familiar with in Ghana, but a unique, weird, untested fashion, breaking traditional art stereotypes and inspiring the new generation, beyond what they know. The art scene changes a lot. One trend one day won't be the same another day, a risk. My art is utilized as a tool to tell stories from an imaginary world that I experience through dreams, visions, and my day-to-day encounters with my immediate environment. The characters that exist in my work I called Adansifo, which means the eyewitness in Twi language. I acknowledge them as observers, messengers, mediums that express themselves in a physical form to guide my intuition or that of anybody that interacts with it according to their own viewpoint. Art through time has always been a vehicle for change. The expression of symbols and ideas on different mediums have been used to represent, to define, and to shape lots of societies and cultures. Growing up, there's a lot of history to our spirituality here in Ghana, and aspects of our culture and tradition that needs to be deciphered, expressed, explored in different art and educational forms. Art is a tool that I use to preserve our ideas for easy accessibility for the next generations to come, so that they may also experience our rich traditions and heritage. We're in a transformational time with the emergence of NFTs, and the art industry has had to adjust to benefit from the value of operating in this way. I mean, we're all skeptical in the early days, but are learning to adapt or not. For me, I'm always trying. In Africa, there's a certain pain and fear that we hold in us from our experiences of slavery, loss of tradition, religion, and several ideas that were our foundation to become African. Due to this, there's uncertainty in knowing the blueprint of who we are and our roots. There's a lot of opportunities that arise from being a changing human. As life goes on, we most certainly are going to encounter challenges and situations that will foster change. And it's our responsibility to participate in that process, in exploring our creativity, and also what motivates us, so that we are able to connect and unlock whatever dream we want to emulate. I would like to share with you all today an idea that I use in my day-to-day, and in particularly challenging times. It's called the LP²R. Can we all say it together? Thank you. Which means learn, practice, play, and rest. Any moment I find myself in challenging situations, I filter it through the system, and I find it very efficient in guiding me through my daily encounters with new challenges. This also helps me navigate through my daily routines, making it easier for me to approach my days with a little bit more fulfillment in the processes I go through. And it also opens up my creativity to pour into my art. LP²R reminds me to pause, be free, and to flow. Tapping into the confidence I had when I first decided to tell my parents I was quitting school to be an artist, free-flowing. Art changed me, my path, my perspective, and now I use it to inspire others, share stories, and encourage people to tap into their imagination as we become agents of our own change. Thank you.